A very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us on the Tuesday edition of the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, on the show tonight, we will be talking about the African military games currently going on in the nation's capital. We will also look at what is happening on the domestic scene, talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League. We look at our club on the continent, the Aba Elephants. We'll talk about them, of course, the things they are up to recently. Of course, we will not forget to talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria ahead of the international friendly. And of course, today is a big night in Europe, a feast of football currently going on across Europe. The UEFA Champions League will get us talking. That's the outlook of the show tonight. We urge you to sit back and relax as we take you on a trip across the money spinning, fast-paced, rewarding world of sports. Let me quickly introduce our guest in the Lagos studio tonight. Kehinde Idris joins us. Kehinde Idris, greetings to you. Thanks for finding time to be with us on the show tonight.
Good to be here. Looking forward every week for Tuesday night to be here. Share my thoughts. And you mentioned something very Marquis. It feels like the destiny of every club in Nigeria who are aspiring to be on the continent lies in the hand of one representative, and that's Eyimba right now, because of the whole coefficient thing. The better you do, the better your coefficient, whether it goes higher or it stays in the format that it is, which is 2 Champions League, 2 Confederations Cup. And in the case where they do badly, it might just drop off. So I have my eyes, body, everything on Eyimba, hoping they will do well.
All right. Of course, the hopes of the country lies on the very broad shoulder of the Aba Elephants, and they've done it many times before. Hopefully, they will be able to do it now. Of course, this is a tournament. Talking about the CAF Confederation Cup, they're here to win. They won the CAF Champions League, but of course, they're here to win this one. But we're not starting the show with the CAF Champions League. We have the intention to talk about the African military games, but my colleague Austin Konakwan is with us now, and of course, is ready as we go along on the street.
Probably greetings to you, Yemi, and of course, everyone joining us on the show tonight. Always an action-packed sort of sports. I love the conversations around the African military games. I love the tractions it has gotten in the media. I love the fact that the military have seen positives in this one and the objectives are being met. I'm sure when we have that robust conversation, there will be so much to take out of the African military games that's taking place right there in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Also, what a night in the UEFA Champions League. I see AC Milan going away already to get the results. Brest taking on Barcelona. Brest, they've been commendable in the UEFA Champions League. And of course, Manchester City hosting Feyenoord. They are condemned to win. City must win tonight. Otherwise, the conversations will not go in their favor. So much to talk about. Action-packed sort of sports. Eyimba in the CAF competition. We cannot wait to see what they can do against Al Masry, the Nigeria Premier Football League. What a story. It keeps getting us talking every week. To get us talking some more tomorrow, Yemi, let's rock and roll.
All right, we'll do just that. Let's go to the nation's capital right about now and start the conversation of tonight with the African military games. We have with us the chairman of the local organizing committee, of course, Air Vice Marshal Abidemi Marquis. He joins us tonight on the show. Greetings to you, sir. Thanks for finding out time to be with us on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for joining us on the show. Let me just say this one, second edition. It's been a while, I think about 20-something years, but those who wanted these games were able to make it happen. And of course, we've been hearing rave reviews about it. So I guess we could say congratulations in order, even though the competition is still on. But tell us about the amount of effort that has gone into all of this to make it happen.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate the opportunity to engage with you tonight. We're talking about African military games. As you rightly said, The first edition took place 22 years ago in Nairobi, Kenya. And immediately after that, Nigeria was given the hosting right to host this game. But because of our engagement in the internal security operations, we have not been able to do that. And last year, we are also given the right again, because currently the president of the Organization of Military Sport in Africa is a Nigerian, Major General Abdullahi Mekano. So he gave us the right again. And the immediate past Chief of Defense Staff, General Leo Irabo, accepted to host, and the current Chief of Defense Staff embraced and is running with the light. So it's the organization, the planning started last year, November, when the committee was convened by the Chief of Defense Staff, giving us the mandate to organize, to plan, and to host this game. I'll be honest with you, it has been a revelation in hosting this kind of, event. It is huge, but we thank God that by the strategic guidance of the Chief of Defense Staff and many of our sponsors, we are able to get to where we are. I'll be honest with you, if not the support of our sponsors and the ruggedness of faith of the Chief of Defense Staff, will not be where we are. It is a thing of joy for us to host these games. Currently, we have 20 African nations participating in 19 sporting events. And as you rightly said, the opening ceremony was an eye-opener. It was a blast. We intended to make it a blast, and it was a blast. And the closing ceremony, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm using this opportunity to invite everyone resident in Abuja or in the contiguous states to come around, or you can even fly in from Lagos or every part of Nigeria. Let's make it a day, and let's make it a family and fun-filled African military games, because as military men, we know the importance of engaging in sporting activities. Our own operational readiness, we know that physical fitness is very, very important and crucial.
Okay.
Additionally, we know that forging and fostering relationship among military men in Africa will help to reduce tension, conflict among military men in Africa. Furthermore, using sports diplomacy to enhance friendship and also to understand that, subordination, military subordination to civil authority is very important and it must be adhered to. So we use this platform of African military games to engage in friendship, to deepen our relationship among other Africans. And I'll tell you, recently, you know that Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali exited the ECOWAS. But now they are in Abuja. Burkina Faso is in Abuja. Mali is in Abuja. Yesterday, Niger sent their, excuse that they will not be able to come for the game. But we have been able to achieve 80% of our objective that was set out for this game.
All right.
One of the objectives is
let me quickly throw this in. I like everything you've said. Before I'll pass the baton to my colleague. Close to I think about 1,700 athletes from over 20 countries are currently here now for the games. I know the military logistics is something the military, they handle every time. But from a sporting perspective, I'm tempted to ask, and I'm asking, how has it been handling, ensuring that they're here to compete? On one hand, they are safe. On the other hand, they are comfortable, and you're able to create the atmosphere for everything to go on seamlessly.
Thank you very much for that question. You know, hosting this kind of event is a massive logistics exercise. And because we know that we require a lot of logistics, we are deliberate and intentional about our plan. Our plan is foolproof, and so far, the logistics movement have been seamless, accommodation seamless, taking them for the events daily, it has been seamless because even before they came, we did our own dry run. We tried to put our plan into action to see, notice gaps. And we noticed gaps and we quickly, put in programs and activities to block those gaps that were noticed. So far, there have been no issues with respect to logistic movement, accommodation, feeding. The program is running, automatedly. And we thank God, the medicals, everybody, all hands on deck to ensure that we have a memorable African military game, that all Africans that are in Abuja will go back to their various countries and see Nigeria in a different perspective. The narrative about our country will change, our country will be visible to the world, and everybody will know that the capability to host this kind of international event is in Nigeria. Everyone that we are working with, they are Nigerians, the federations, they are all Nigerians, the people, the transport people, the people, cooking, feeding, they are all Nigerians. Everyone involved in the planning up to the execution phase, we are all Nigerians. So the capability is there, the capacity is there. It also shows that as a nation, we have the capability to mobilize our people for this kind of international event. The mobilization is good. It shows unity of purpose. It shows that Nigerians are ready for foreign direct investment, foreign direct investors to come to Nigeria. And it has also shown that hosting international sport of this magnitude has a lot of implications to the economy.
Air Vice Marshal, thank you so much for that background. And I can see that we've done a good job in preparing for the African military games. But tell me, in your opening remarks, you said that it's been a revelation. What has been revealed?
Yeah, thank you very much. The first revelation that caught me, that I can say about is that, when we started planning, we started a year ago, and you know that Olympics takes minimum of 4 years to plan and to host. But the first thing was that if you need to do this kind of event and to make it good, you must bring in the media. You must bring in the media. The revelation in that aspect that many media, they are partner in progress to ensure that whatever you are doing, it has enough penetration and the awareness to be generated. You can't do it alone. Number two, you need sponsors. You need to move to your sponsors on time. You must convince them that whatever is going to be given will be used transparently, judiciously, with integrity. Number three, you need committed men to run with a vision. Number four, you need to prepare the facilities, the venue, to an acceptable level. You need to do that. Number five, you need to put in security so that people that are coming in will be safe. Then the reception of the contingent must be top-notch so that as they come in, they see the way they are received, they feel welcome, and they are ready, they are ready to participate, and they are cool and calm. Then you need to give them a good, hospitable environment. So those are the revelations that I can say for now. And thankfully, the Chief of Defense Staff, under his strategic guidance, he has helped us, to drive the vision to where we are. And I tell you the truth, the Minister of FCT, Barrister Yeson Wike, accepted as the host city, supported us, to this point, ensuring that this game hosts, not only holding this game, not only hosting this game, hosting it successfully well. And I would like to thank all Nigerians that have been trooping into the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, that the remaining days, they should come all out to support everyone, support Nigerians, support other nations that are here for these games, because the idea is fusing music with sports. So every day at the Mami Market there are people performing, to ensure that the youth are also giving their place to enjoy this sporting fiesta. You recall that during the opening ceremony, Olamide performed. During the opening ceremony, the band was there. Yemi Alade was there. Particularly, Olamide performed with
Air Vice Marshal, I can see you're so excited, and we're excited too, because the National Sports Commission can actually get some tips from you guys the way you have organized this African military games. So please work with them. I must say thank you so much, Air Vice Marshal Abidemi, for your time on the show tonight. We'll keep in touch and see ways that the military will continue to, contribute to sports development in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that's it. Air Vice Marshal Abidemi, Chairman, Local Organizing Committee for the Africa Military Games. I'll give a salute. I felt like a general for a minute. Kehinde Idris, so much coming out of the African Military Games. I'm sure he said some things that you would like to react to.
Most definitely. Firstly, I came from a military background because my dad is a retired military officer. So when it comes to organization, I think give it to the military. They've got some very beautiful organizations, As a sports-loving person, I never knew I would even get into journalism. I thought it was going to be me being on the field properly, winning medals and all of that. But organization from, their schools to, the actual military setup, I think military have got good organization. And when you said probably partnering with the NOC to see how things could be done, I think you're totally spot on. And then he mentioned, when you asked him revelation, integrity, commitment, security, hospitable environment. I think these are market things that you need if you want to organize, something very massive, like hosting the entire Africa. And if you can host, military men at this level, and you put all of this in check, and I think you should be partnered by the nation itself to ask, how were you able to do this? So fantastic breakdown. I love everything. Unity, putting Nigeria on a spotlight that is not the wrong things, being heard out there. So well done, well done. Thank you to the Air Vice Marshal who spoke, and also to the entire organizers. It's been nice.
And if I can throw anything in, it just again shows us the power of sports. Talked about countries that have diplomatic issues, but when it came to sports, they're here. I mentioned Burkina Faso here. I mentioned another country, even though Niger wasn't able to come.